Well, I really enjoy glass art. And glass art is stained glass, fused glass, and mosaic for me. My interest began here at IPFW when it was somewhere around the summer of 2005 or 6, and Great Pains came in for Summerfest. I came out with this. This was my very first stained glass piece. And from there I was flabbergasted that I could do something like that. And so within the year I started taking classes. I started with stained glass, and then I moved on to three-dimensional projects. Then I moved on to fused glass, and eventually mosaics.
My husband and I would vacation with friends a lot, and our group of friends love to go to any place warm, particularly the Caribbean, and they can hang out on the beach like all day long. And I enjoy that, but not all day long. So I would get bored and I would find myself, okay, I gotta get up and do something. And a lot of times the beaches that we would be on, there would be trash on the beaches. So I would just decide to grab a bag if I had an extra bag and just pick up trash on the beach. And so that's kind of what started this whole volunteering while we're on vacation. Okay, so some of the places that I and my husband both have volunteered at is what we've done, beach cleanups, you know, if we can't find an actual organization. But we've also volunteered at a church camp, food pantries or soup kitchens, shelters for homeless people, nature trails. We've done a donkey sanctuary. I've done a chamber of commerce, a historical foundation, and a school.
Born and raised around Fort Wayne. Grew up in Huntertown, just north of Fort Wayne. Married my high school sweetheart. So we started dating our junior year in high school and have known each other since 5th grade. Joined the military out of high school, served 6 years, which paid for school. Ellie, come here, lay down. This is Ellie. She is a Yorkshire Terrier. They both are Yorkshire Terriers. Ellie is 7 years old, and this is Sydney, and Sydney is 11 years old. Sydney, I actually delivered Sydney. We had her parents and my mom bred them when I got married so I could take a puppy. We own some land out in Huntertown, and on that land we have an 8-acre pond, and they love to fish. I know, such little dogs, but they love to fish. So my husband will grab his pole and throw out his line, and they just bark like crazy, so I'm sure it scares all the fish away.
I've been interested in music for quite a while. I guess it's a good way to release tension and it makes me happy. And I actually used to be in a hardcore punk band where I would scream my guts out, and yeah, which doesn't seem like me. People would be like, wow, that's you? Because it seems like I'm really quiet and don't say a lot. But yeah, I used to really wail. Then I got into like folk rock musicians like Neil Young, Bob Dylan, Tom Petty. So I got more into harmonica stuff and playing acoustic after my hardcore punk band broke up. So it was kind of the opposite of the spectrum, really loud and yelling to soft acoustic type stuff. And I'm getting old.
Hidden talent is my significant other, Frank, and so the thing people may not know about us is we love to renovate. We started with renovating our backyard, which started out like this when I lived there, and I was actually pretty happy with that, but we ended up totally redoing it, getting new concrete, and he built a pergola, which, by the way, I also put together books called the Pergola Project, and this is the whole details on what we did. And then with our little art project in the middle, we made a table It was a mosaic golf table.
I like to think I'm a very artsy person, creative. I like to do just different things. These are computer chips, so they were computers like memory boards, and I would cut them out to fit the jewelry portion, and then I would tack them down in, and then I would pour a resin over top of it, and it's a jewelry grade resin, which means that it has low bubbles and it has a high gloss shine to it, and it domes on the tops. This is copper pipe, so I would cut copper pipe and then embed items into the resin. And these I also embedded in resin. It's gold leaf. Also the paintings are the new things that I've gotten into, which is called flow painting, and it's done with acrylic paint, and it's also done with resin.
I wanted to get outside my comfort zone and sign up for one of the English department's creative writing classes. I used to do a lot of writing personally, and I enjoyed writing poetry, and it just turned out to be a very anxiety arousing but rewarding experience. Okay, Dutch Elm. Squatting on the curb, chubby hands pressed between our knees. My 3-year-old brother, my 6-year-old self, captivated. Our neighbor's tree disfigured by disease, dismantled, chainsaw slicing through limbs like a kitchen knife through soft butter. Gaping hole takes its place, crammed with wood flakes, remnants of a life long since surrendered.
I actually bought these while I was in Japan. I lived on a military base for 3 years. I did go off base a lot, so I did experience a lot of the culture and things of that sort. You know, we went to the cherry blossom festivals and things like that. We went to a Buddha temple. It was very eye-opening being in a different culture like that. It's not really something you can explain. I mean, it's just amazing.
I'm originally from Bosnia and Herzegovina. That's Europe, like Eastern. And I came here in 2002. Probably like 20 years ago, my husband's aunt, she taught me like the foundation of how to make cakes. And then like throughout my life, like I learned the decorations, tried this one, tried that.
First and foremost, I'm a pretty proud IPFW graduate. I'm also married to the guy that I started dating the summer before college started. I love to travel. We've gone to, as far as countries, Japan, Spain, Mexico, Jamaica, Grand Cayman, and Turks and Caicos. So another thing that I really like to do other than traveling is I really like collecting things that are associated with TV and movies. So I have a number of different coffee table books. This is one of them. It's a Buffy book. I also have an official Universal Studios wand that I can do magic with in Universal Studios.
I sew, I knit and crochet, a lot of crafty type hobbies. One thing I do is for all the babies born in my family, as well as some of my best friends, I make baby blankets. So this is Charlie's baby blanket. It's 4 years old, so it's not new, and it's kind of worn, but it's actually in really good shape. So the same little girl as the blanket over here, Charlie, I am making her a princess dress. She's now 4 years old. And so this is the second time that I've made a dress like this. I didn't have anyone making me dresses when I was little, so I was like, this will be fun.
Thank you very much to all the staff who make our jobs a lot easier.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for everything that you do for the College of Arts and Sciences.
The college couldn't operate without you.
You guys are the leader behind the scenes.
They make my job a lot easier.
And on top of that, y'all are marvelously nice people.
Well, thank you so much for keeping unruly faculty in check.
Thank you all. Have a great year.